to talk about battling adversity, overcoming challenges in life. Now, challenges, they come in all shapes, sizes, they occur in everyone's life. Big, small, at just the most unexpected times you could ever imagine. You know, some of them just hurt you and fill you with so much pain. Challenge is all a negative event that has occurred. Now, me, just as everyone else, has experienced a good amount of challenges, and I've developed a way that I personally overcome them. Now, the golden rule in my mind with overcoming any challenge that comes is that you have to stay positive. You have to, 100%, no matter how just negative the situation, the experience is, you have to stay positive. If you have a negative mind when you're trying to battle a challenge, you can't be dwelling on the event that occurred. You have to accept that, okay, this occurred, now what am I going to do to move past it and move forward in my life? You have to focus and stay positive. Okay, now a trick that I always use is I say, well, it could be worse. You know, it always could be worse. Always could be worse. And then you think about the ways that it could be worse, and then you think about the things in your life that you have to be appreciative of, the good things in your life. The next step I say is, okay, what's my plan of attack? How am I going to, plan to get past this event, this occurrence, to continue to move forward? Okay? Now, I want to give 3 examples. Like I said, they're all, different sizes. First example, I was living in Panama, 2008, studying abroad, and the dorms were, I had a rock hard bed, prominent spring down the middle. I might as well have been, it was, I don't even think you call it a mattress, but it was so hard and squeaky, and it was very uncomfortable. It was really hard I'm trying to, girls hang out in my room, they sit on the bed, and it's like, and it's a little uncomfortable. So, I say, all right, I'm too cheap to buy a mattress pad. I'm only there for 4 months. I could do this. Okay, so I say, well, it could be worse. There's people in the world that sleep on dirt floors, that sleep on the ground. That could be worse. Not to mention, I take the positive away from it. Okay, well now, at least, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be afraid to wake up in the morning, because I'm going to want to get out of bed. If I'm in a super comfortable bed, I'm not going to wake up in the morning. I'm not going to want it. But now I'm in an uncomfortable bed, alarm hits, I'm out. Okay, now third, you have to learn something from each experience. If you don't learn from each experience, each challenge that you overcome, you're going to continue to repeat it over and over. So me learning from this experience, I say, well, now I'm a more versatile sleeper. Okay, now I slept on this is very uncomfortable. I can almost sleep on anything. I'm very versatile at sleeping. If that makes any sense. Okay, but that was my mentality through it. Now the second experience, I was in Vietnam, and this is a little more negative. In Vietnam, and I was just traveling from Thailand, living in Thailand, to Vietnam for a week. And when I'm abroad, living in a place but traveling, kind of the backpacker thing, I like to try and be as local as possible. I only had a week in Vietnam. I want to be as local as possible. I rent a bicycle. I want to be the local Vietnamese guy on the bicycle, right? All the other tourists, they're all getting taxis, they're all, private chauffeured. I want to be just in a bicycle. So I find there's mud baths nearby. I'm like, ooh, I'll pamper myself for a day of mud baths, right? Got the shirt off, all my, my mud bath stuff. I'm ready for this. I'm so excited for the day. I'm pedaling to this, mud bath. Great positive music, listening to Bob Marley, sun shining on my back. I'm getting a nice tan. Everything was so good. And on the way to this mud bath, it kind of went through a little more of a local area off the main road, just side alleys and really not paved roads. It was, more local essentially, okay? So I'm doing my thing, I'm getting in the mud baths, I'm almost there, I'm stoked about the day. A motorbike comes up next to me, 2 Vietnamese guys. The guy on the back snatches my bag in the front basket, and boom, they take off. They're gone, boom, 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 back through an alley, in a house, gone, nowhere to be seen again. I can't catch them on my bicycle, right? Everything gone. Immediately, headphones ripped out of the ear, and they got the iPod. I slow down and I stop, and I'm just like, my heart just sunk. And I immediately reflect, okay, what'd you have? What'd you have in the bag? I had my Nikon D60 camera that I had just purchased, like $700. Oh my God, I love that thing. I loved it, and it was gone. My iPod, expensive. I had some money and I had some fruit. Okay, I'm sitting there in the middle of nowhere, Vietnam, in this back alley, and locals are coming up and they see the expression on my face, and I could feel their energy. No one spoke, I didn't speak Vietnamese, they didn't speak English, but we could feel each other's energy, and I was just sunk. What do? Terrible event, big adversity, okay? Now I'm upset. I just lost over $1,000 worth of value. Man, love that camera. Flip around, ride my bicycle home, back to the hotel, silent. Not one music, no Bob Marley, nothing in the ears, just bombing. Get into my place, and I gotta call my mom. That's the first voice I want to hear is my mom's voice. And she calms me, and we talk about it. From that point on, all I could do is be positive. If I dwelled on, man, I lost that camera, I'm so upset, this sucks, this is the worst day ever, I hate Vietnam. No, that's not it. Okay, I had to stay positive, and I did. It was hard at first, don't get me wrong. It's really hard to stay positive right after you lose $1,000 worth of stuff. But I had to. I said, okay, well, I'm appreciative that I didn't, it could have been worse, right? I'm appreciative I didn't lose my passport. And maybe what happened if I reacted and grabbed the bag, and now they spun around and fell off their bike, and now I'm knifed or killed in the back alley. Done. Ben's life over 1,000 bucks, not worth it. Next, focus on the positive. I hope, I really do, and I know that $1,000 of value really helped those two guys. I mean, in Vietnam, you can live for months on the monetary value that they took from me. And also, I'm appreciative that, you know, in my life, I don't have to go to desperate measures like that. Stealing from someone? That's crazy. So now next, after focusing on the positives and what I'm appreciative for, I focused on my plan of attack. I gotta get out of the hotel. They have my key, maybe they'll come back, etc. Move out of the hotel, go to the next hotel, you know, down the road, boom, okay, I'm okay, moving forward. I walk into the hotel, and sure enough, on the wall is a list of things that, hey, tourists should be aware of. First one is don't have your bag in the front basket of your motorbike or your bicycle or whatever. And I'm like, man, that would have been helpful at the last hotel, right? Regardless, whatever. Okay, so that's how I move forward past that one. Now the last challenge that's happened in my life, one of the last, there's been many, like I said, but probably the biggest, the hardest, I'm 18 years old, a week before going to college. Okay, biggest, hugest change in my life. This was incredible. My best friend in the entire world passes away. Nathaniel Wells, gone, died in a car accident. 1 week before we're both going off to college. Our families are so close. He's my brother. I mean, we played football, we worked together, basketball, everything inside and out. We lived so close. This guy was my boy through thick and thin, my life partner, right? I'm not gay, but just my friend through everything. And he was gone. His life was just taken. You don't understand. If he was still here today, he'd be sitting right next to me. We wouldn't be telling this story, but we'd be talking about something else. This guy was my boy through everything, and gone. Life over. And I'm not going to say that I was Mr. Positive after. I was so pissed off. I said, you Christian believe in a God? What do you mean God? There's a rapist and a murderer and a kidnapper all hanging out, alive, eating, living, and you're going to take this kid? You're going to take him, right? I was pissed off and so upset about everything. Now, what everyone told me, the elders who have more wisdom, they said, listen, Ben, you cannot ask yourself why. You can't ask yourself why you're alive. You can't dwell on this event that occurred. As hard as it is, you have to take something positive from it. You have to take the gift, okay, that Nate's life gave you. And, I mean, through time, I've done it. You know, it's been years. But I'm able to do it, and I take the gift that, well, first of all, we don't know when our life is over. It could be gone tomorrow. I'm planning on it to live 100 years, but it could be gone tomorrow. We don't know. So now we have to take every single day that we have as just a precious gift and live it to the absolute fullest by doing the things that makes you happy and following your passion, defining your passion, and living it.